So we got a 2001 E320. This one is a little bit higher miles. It's about 295,000 miles. This has been one of the first Mercedes that I actually drove. This is my mom's old car. It's just been in the family. I kind of daily drive it right now just to try to make it to the 300. I'm gonna just be doing like a service B, some maintenance, changing the oil, the air filters. I'm also check out the spark plugs, and we're gonna be doing the brakes, the front and the rear, and just kind of going through everything to make sure that there isn't anything else that needs to be replaced or changed out. One other thing is the suspension has some ball joints that need to be replaced, so I'm going to be taking apart the suspension a little bit. Once I have it in the air and I'm doing the brakes, I'll probably knock that out at the same time. But for the beginning of it, I'm going to just focus on the service B, doing the oil change, air filters, just the basic maintenance like that to keep this car going. Like I said, it has 295,000 miles and it hasn't had an engine rebuild, no new transmission, like anything. I think the only thing that has been replaced on this car was the alternator, the water pump, and the catalytic converters. Out of those parts, there's no other like major or expensive items that had to be replaced or repaired. This car is super reliable. Anybody who has had a 210, don't matter like which engine is in it, just the 210 chassis in general has been proven to be one of the most reliable cars that Mercedes has made. I feel like this is kind of one of the first earlier models that kind of made the Mercedes name and reputation. I think a lot of the newer Mercedes, the quality isn't really the same as it used to be, mainly just because I think, in my opinion, because the cars are not all manufactured and made and assembled in Germany anymore. This car was, but if you check your door, there's a sticker. I'll show you guys a sticker, but you can check your door to see where your car was made and put together and assembled. Surprisingly, a lot of Mercedes nowadays, the new ones, are all assembled outside of Germany. So these old school Benz are really nice, comfortable car, smooth, but it just takes the maintenance to keep them going. So we're gonna get that started, get it up in the air, drain the oil, and yeah, I'll show you guys what it's looking like once I get it up. Alright, so if you just open your door, if you look at this sticker right here, turn it sideways, you can see Stuttgart. That means that this car was made out in Stuttgart, Germany. Look at your sticker on your car. If you read that label, whatever city or you see right there, that's where your car was assembled. From what I know, most of the newer Mercedes these days are all assembled outside of Germany, and the AMGs, like say the G-Wagon or any other AMGs, are all manufactured still in Germany at the AMG of Falterbach headquarters. So check that out. I don't know, a lot of people think that they got a German car, but you'd be surprised if you check the sticker on the inside of your door, see where your car is really from. Comment in the sections, where's your car from? Where did you think it was from, but where is it actually from? Alright, so I got everything wrapped up pretty much for the service B. Changed out the air filter on top of changing the engine oil. The air filter was pretty dirty, but it wasn't too bad just because it was changed recently. Checked one of the spark plugs. It does look like the spark plugs will need to be replaced. I don't have all 12 spark plugs, only because there's 2 for each cylinder. So I gotta go pick some more spark plugs up tomorrow, and then I can put those into the car. And I think at that point the car will be running pretty solid and strong. Maintenance will be all up to date. One next thing that I'm going to be doing is the brakes. I'm just going to do the front as well as the rear. I already have the front jacked up, wheels taken off. I just got to go and start taking the caliper off so that way I can swap out the pads, put it back together, and then I'll move on to the rear. So I'm going to get some camera set up so you guys can see some of the work done, but this is where we're at. So these are the parts that we're going to be using for the brakes. This is the front pads, and then these are for the rear. Super tiny pads, but that's them. And then this one right here is for the front brake wear sensor. These cars only have one brake wear sensor. A lot of the newer cars have one in the front as well as in the rear. This one just has one in the front. So I'm gonna start taking the calipers apart so I can swap out the brake pads in the front and put these on there. I'll set up a camera so you guys can see. Alright, so I got the car back on the ground. I was able to finish everything for the service B. I also took the time to take the wheels off and check the brakes out because they needed to be replaced. So I did the front as well as the rear. And I just changed out the pads. I didn't have to do none of the rotors, thankfully. So with the new pads in there, it shouldn't have any grinding issues or stopping issues like that. The lower ball joint was also bad, so I ended up having to replace that. I wanted to replace the other one as well, like in pairs, but this is the only one that they had in stock. This is the old one that I already removed. So that's the old ball joint. Looks like it's still good, but it clicks a little bit when you move it side to side, so it just had a little bit of excessive play in it. This is the air filter taken off the car for the service B. Like I said earlier, it was changed somewhat recent, so it's not really dirty, but even then I still went ahead and threw a new one inside of it. These are the old brakes. You can see the front brakes were down to like metal on metal pretty much. Barely any pads left on them. Literally barely anything. Like paper thin. The rears, they still had some life on them. They were probably like 60 or 70%, but I just changed them out anyways, just so that all the brakes, front and rear, are 100% at the same time. These are the spark plugs that I have. I only have 6 I forgot that there's 2 for each cylinder on this car, so there's actually 12 spark plugs. So I gotta grab 6 more of those tomorrow, and then I can throw those in. And hopefully that other ball joint will come in by tomorrow too, and so I could grab that and do the ball joint and the spark plugs at the same time. But for right now, that's where this E320 is at. I'll probably make the spark plugs like another video just to, or no, I'll make it in this video. I'll throw the spark plugs in here probably tomorrow, so I'll hit you guys back, or I'll get back to you whenever I get those plugs, and also the lower ball joint. But as of right now, it has the service B complete with the new oil filter, new air filters, and also the new pads for the brakes in the front as well as the rear, and the lower ball joint. So did a lot of work on this car today. Should be running a lot better. Hopefully you'll notice the difference with how smooth it might be on the ride, but we'll see. Alright, so we got round 2 today on this 210 E320. Gonna be finishing it up by doing some spark plugs, and then also down here we're going to be replacing this lower ball joint. It's kind of hard to see, but this joint right here, we already replaced this side. This one was replaced last time, if you don't remember, so we're just gonna do the other side now that we have the part in stock, because last time they only had one available, so we just replaced that one. But today we'll be replacing the other one so that it could both be good, and then we'll go take this car to get it aligned. So for the parts, this is the one other lower ball joint. They call it a supporting joint, but that's the part number. And then here we have 6 spark plugs in this box and another 6 in this one, because there's 2 for every cylinder, so you need a total of 12 spark plugs for these engines. That is the part number for spark plugs if you guys need it. But yeah, I'm gonna start jamming out on the lower ball joint first, this guy, while the rest of the car cools down, and then we'll be moving on to the spark plugs last, which shouldn't be too hard. So hopefully this lower ball joint don't give us too much trouble, but we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so it took a little bit of time, but with that, I call it the ball joint popper, I was able to finally get this part removed. It was kind of stuck in this knuckle here, so it took some time getting that tool in there firm enough to where it would push on this end of the ball joint to push it out that way. So got it all apart. I just got to take off one more bolt right here on top, and then this whole thing will drop out, and I could put the new one inside of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, and then I'll show you guys side by side with the new one what it's looking like. All right, so here is the old joint. It's hard to do it, but because I need 2 hands, but this joint, when you move this post around, you could feel how messed up it is. It's just all loose. So this is the new joint here. It comes with these little plastic covers on it just to protect the threads. Take that one off. So that's the new one. So the joint in here is all nice and firm. The boot is fully intact. This one, the boot wasn't ripped, but it's more so just the joint inside. But with this new one, it should have a lot smoother movement, so the ride in the car will be a lot smoother once the car gets all aligned. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on the car real quick, and I'll report back once it's in. All right, so we got the new ball joint in. The top bolt is all tightened down, and the bottom is tightened down as well. Sitting down, they both are matched up. So that finishes up the ball joints. I'm just gonna throw the wheel back on here, and once I throw the wheel on, I'm gonna put the car back on the ground so I can go up top and start doing those spark plugs. But I just wanted you guys to see what it's looking like before I throw everything back together. All right, so these are all 12 of the spark plugs. This side right here is the driver's side. That's the passenger side, if it matters. But you can see how they're pretty dirty. I've seen dirtier, but these definitely needed to be replaced. So we got all new plugs in there now. Car's back on the ground. Everything's cleaned up. I double checked the fluids once again, just because it's here. I'm gonna start it up, let it idle for a little bit, just make sure that there's no errors or any messages. It shouldn't be, but just do that real quick to double check. So yeah, let me grab the keys real quick. $296,357 miles. It's a good number. Only got a little bit more till 300,000. Shows how much these cars are reliable if you do the maintenance on them. This one right here, like I said, it's had no major issues, no transmission problems, no transmission rebuild, no engine rebuild, just a normal maintenance, just changing the oil, changing the coolant, changing the transmission fluid. Just doing all that on time has gotten this car up to almost 300,000. So probably about 4,000 more miles, less than 4,000, and we'll be at 300. So 210, probably one of the most reliable Mercedes that they have out there. This is the one that I've been daily driving in the meantime until I get it to 300. Then I'll probably be back in the AMG, but I was just trying to get this to 300,000 because to me that's like a huge milestone for any car really, but it just shows how well Mercedes has built their engines, more so the older models like these. But yeah, this is one of the first Mercedes that I ever worked on, the one that kind of started everything before my AMG days, but it's still here 20 some years later. But I appreciate you guys tuning in for this episode. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe and like the video, and just comment whatever you guys think about today's work. I appreciate all your comments. I welcome your comments. So even on the other videos, if you see something or you think of something, let me know. I always will make it a point to try to comment back to all of you. I appreciate you guys for the support. I'll see you on the next one, y'all.